Bright Knight Excelsis is Tyrandal's S-rank character. She is a mech type that deals physical damage and shields. Can fight single enemies but will be advantageous to many enemies. Has the ability to counter-attack and you will be very strong if you counter every attack. She will be even stronger if you enable burst mode. The ultimate skill uses SP 100 for 23 seconds, but the disadvantage is switching burst mode will be cancelled immediately, causing her to have a weakness that must fight alone all the time. The passive skill she calls Paragon can be stacked up to 10 with a duration of 40 seconds. A passive skill that Paragon gains when she is attacked. Buff will be stacked one time. If counter-attack will get stacked 3 times. If there are stack, will reset the Paragon duration every time. Paragon ability. Reduces all damage received for 3% per 1 stack. Total damage increased by 4% per 1 stack. If there are 10 stacks, total damage increased by 12.8%. Her outstanding talents will stand out to counter-attack. Grants 10% HP recovery, increased physical damage 50%, total damage reduced 30% for 8 seconds. Causes evade skill to deteriorate the ability. Javelin's attack will throw her spear at the enemy. After the attack is complete, you will have the 4th basic attack again. You can spam the attack at any time. This attack can be used mainly from the 5th basic attack, then press and hold the attack button. Or counter-attack with cooldown status still. Javelin EX attack will jump backwards. Through the spear on the ground, this attack will attract enemies in the surrounding area. After that she will be able to attack the 4th basic attack again. This attack can only be used for counter-attack or ultimate evade skills. Both Javelin and Javelin X deal more damage to shields and increase SP recovery. Force EX status is a 3-second time fracture, which can only be caused by counter-attack and ultimate evade skills. Burst mode will change all basic attacks and cannot be used to charge attacks. Switching will immediately cancel burst mode, which all the attacks will continue throughout. If the counter-attack without being cooldown enters Force EX, after that, will attack with Phantom Cleave, in which the Phantom Cleave first sword, before attacking, will attract enemies into the attack range. If counter-attack with a cooldown will be a Phantom Blade attack. While burst mode will give the ability to hit evade, it will dash if hit by an enemy with evade no cooldown. It will counter-attack immediately. If you can't hit the enemy, Turbojet will move faster, but turning will be more difficult instead. If attacking while in Turbojet state, will be the 3rd basic attack immediately. Burst mode has skills. Benoni's Breaker and Knight's Tour. Both skills will increase damage to the shield. Physical damage increased to enemies without a shield. And increase all damage by 50%. Recommended weapons for Bright Knight Excelsis is plus Serenity, which this weapon will give critical rate up to 15% and of counter-attack will give critical rate 20% for 3 seconds. Enemy hit by counter-attack or throwing enemies. Enemies marked with receive 20% critical damage for 10 seconds. The Lucia weapon can be used instead, but the ability may not be as effective compared to her Serenity. The stigmata that is suitable for the Bright Knight Excelsis is DaVinci.
Hey kid, you giving up so soon?
The ability to focus on the counter-attack makes her very strong. If it's a game that takes a long time, the status effect causes enormous physical damage. With this 3-set status, debuff reduces defense by 60% by charging attacks on non-debuff enemies for 8 seconds. The second stigmata that is suitable for burst damage is D-Max, in which stigmata focuses on burst mode, causing severe physical damage, and while buffing all 3 and burst mode is active, hitting the enemy will reduce their defense by 50% for 3 seconds. For free to play, should find related capabilities as increased physical damage or total increased damage, therefore is a better choice. Strength. Can play solo without switching characters. Can interrupt enemies with weapon skills. Very high damage per second when in burst mode. SP regeneration per time is very high, can use the ultimate more often. She has an advantage with many enemies. Weakness. Has to waste time collecting SP for burst mode. If you switch between burst mode, it will cancel immediately. Paragon passive skills are difficult to stack because he had to wait only when the enemy attacked. Early game damage is less until you enter burst mode to do more damage. Because she can wait solo in battle, supportive teammates there for being only early game. Recommended teammates: Drive Cometa, Celestial Hip, Bright Knight Excelsis. Instructions for opening gacha. We do not recommend if you have a few crystals while already having Stygian Nymph, but the items are not full. Stygian Nymph has better single target and multiple target abilities than Bright Knight Excelsis in some cases. We suggest finding weapons and stigmata for Stygian Nymph before opening up for the Bright Knight Excelsis.